What's up, guys? So yeah, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a little review video slash opinion-ish video, and yeah, it's about two brands of boards, and you're gonna see, I guess you won't see, I'm gonna tell you how they kind of intertwine. I just didn't want to do two different review videos, so for different boards. So yeah, that being said, we are going to go with the first one. As the title says, it is a 875 Heroin Symmetrical deck, egg of course, and that is the first one. And then you know the second one, judging from the title, and that is the Paul Rodriguez Hollow Foil 825 deck. And yeah, both really good decks, but we're gonna go with the Heroin deck first. As you saw, I have trucks on it. Weird. Not weird. But yeah, we'll go with the Heroin deck. Shoot you guys over here. What makes this deck cool? Well, first of all, it's got a really cool graphic. This is a directional graphic. Gold foil all the way through. Yeah, it is symmetrical. It is 875 in the middle, right here. See this middle part of the board? That's 875. It is 8.5 over the trucks, although I've seen some people say that it is 8.375 over the trucks, but I measured it. It's 8.5. So 8.5 trucks work great on this. I have 8.75 trucks on this one, and that is because when you put like skinnier wheels on there, like the axle might not be on the right on the edge there, but the wheel's gonna be right on the edge, if that makes sense. I mean, it's not a big deal anyway, but yeah, if you wanted to be proper, you put 8.5 trucks on this board. And one thing I can say is I only got a few sessions in on it, probably about 3 or 4 sessions in on it. One thing that I can say about these egg-shaped decks is they are cool, they are fun, they are unique, but for me, the taper on the nose, right there, you can see it's kind of tapered. It doesn't really do it justice in the video, right here, I guess you could say, because it doesn't look super football-y, like kind of like that. It doesn't really look that football-y, huh? From this one, but it is very football-y, and the tapered noses really threw me off on like slappy crooks and things like that, and I kind of like a fuller nose, so that's kind of why I got it set up as a fun deck. It's still fun. I got these brand new ventures on it that I need to get grooves in, so I'm gonna leave this thing set up, leave it in my car, so I can kind of just skate it when I'm just kind of dorking around. But back to the actual deck. I came from an 8.25 to this 8.75, 8.5 over the trucks. But with this whole football kind of thing going on, this deck feels like an 8.25. I'm not even joking around about it. It's the weirdest crap, but that's the magic of the football, is that, yeah, it feels like an 8.2. It feels like you're skating an 8.25. Obviously, it's a little heavier. It flips about the same. I struggled with 3 flips with it. I'm not sure why, but I only tried them for one day and I got a few of them, but it didn't feel, you know, super good. The biggest thing, the thing that I like a lot is the razor edge up here, is what they call it. And if you don't know what razor edge is, basically this whole section of like the rail, if you want to call it that, they don't smooth it out. So it's got this razor edge that is actually really good for flick. Believe it or not, first try I got a varial heel on this board, and I'm not saying it's the razor edge that did that, but I felt like it was very responsive, and that's only gonna last a little while, I guess, once you skate it and it lands upside down, all that kind of stuff. But also, that being said, people don't flip these boards a whole lot, and I thought I wanted to go with a bigger board because I've been skating a lot of curbs lately. And although that is true, I didn't feel comfortable on the nose on this thing. Noses, tails, whatever you want to call them, because they are a little shorter. This particular deck, let me grab a tape measure here. people might measure differently, but I'm going to measure to the bolts. So in the middle, to the middle, you got a 6 3/4 from there. From the edge to the middle of the bolt. 6 3/4. That is the same. No, it's the same. So yeah, about 6 3/4 for the tails, noses, and then 8.5 or 8.75 in the middle, 8.5 over the trucks. The graphic is sick. The reason I bought this board, like I said, is because of slappies, because I wanted a bigger board, and because, well, I'm gonna be honest, I fell into the whole, hey, you do slappies, you should skate a heroin deck. And, well, that's just not the case for me. I do like the board. I'm not a big egg guy. As much as I tried to like them, this is my 3rd egg and my 3rd time I've skated them for a few sessions and swapped them over. And I don't have anything bad to say about these. They feel really sturdy, they feel really strong. I'm not sure which wood shop makes them. I probably should have looked that up. So if you know, let me know in the comments which wood shop makes heroin skateboards. I think it might be BBS wood, but I'm not sure. I am not sure. But yeah, if you're interested in one of these boards, I highly suggest trying one if you haven't, because that's the thing with skateboards and skateboarding, is that you don't know until you try. So you gotta try them. But yeah, super cool board, super cool graphics. We'll get to the concave. So the concave, I feel like, is pretty mellow. You know, it's not, you can kind of see there, let me get it, bang, bang. Yeah, they're pretty mellow. I'd call it standard. I'd call it, you know, medium concave. Even, you know, through here, it's pretty medium. It's pretty run-of-the-mill. If you like really steep decks, this isn't gonna be good for you. If you like really flat decks, it's not gonna be good for you either. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try it, because it's hard to explain an egg deck to somebody who hasn't skated an egg deck. Try it if you can. They are kind of spendy. They are kind of spendy, and I think that's because usually if you just skate curbs and you're not doing a lot of flip tricks or a lot of big stuff, like a curb board is going to last you so long, and that's why I'm keeping this around, because this will be still fun, and I love that gold. Speaking of gold, there's not as much to say about the primitive deck, but man, I'm a fan of this gold stuff, and maybe it's because I want to find some gold one day. But yeah, I'm a real big fan of these graphics. One cool thing, and you know, I'm probably going to compare it a lot during this will be somewhat short and sweet, is if you ride a girl G052 shape, specifically that one I guess, but kind of a lot of girl decks, this feels so similar. And this is the 825 deck. It has it's pretty mellow. If you skated a girl deck, it feels a lot like a girl deck. I would say the nose is a little fuller, just a little bit, which I like. The tail, it's almost symmetrical, but it's not quite. So I'm kind of excited. Apparently the P-Rod symmetrical decks are going to release. Those aren't out yet. This one, like I said, if I forgot to mention it, that heroin deck was a 14-inch wheelbase. This one is also a 14-inch wheelbase, which is one of the only primitive decks that is a 14-inch wheelbase, which kind of sucks. I want to see more 8.5 14-inch wheelbase decks. And yeah, so 14-inch wheelbase, about a 6 7/8 nose, and a 7-inch tail, and that's from the edge to the center of the bolt hole. So that's just going off that. I don't know if that's how that's measured there, but overall length 31 3/4. That's a sweet spot. That's a sweet spot right there. It is very comparable to a girl deck. So if you like girl decks, you should try yourself a primitive board, because this one I believe is made BBS, and you see, if you can kind of see if that'll, look at that, over the trucks. I'm a bigger guy, I flipped the board, there ain't no pressure cracks on this thing, and this one I skated for a few weeks and did a lot more flip tricks on, and this one will probably be getting set up again too. I keep my boards around, I switch them up because I don't know, I'm a weirdo. I guess I'm a weirdo, but that graphic it looks cool on the camera. But yeah, if you like girl decks, you should give Primitive a shot. I wasn't gonna give Primitive a shot, and I was like, you know, I'm skating a P-Rod board, and this board feels super good. Very good. If they made this exact board in an 8.5, which is what I moved up to, the 8.5 twin tail chocolate deck, the Chris Roberts board, that's what I'm skating right now. Easy transition from this board, and hell, even from that Heroin board. I should probably measure Heroin board real quick. Length of this guy is 31.5. So that's a little shorter. And I guess I felt that too. It is a little short. It feels like a short little stubby guy, but still pretty good. Like I said, this is a half-assed review. Not a review, this is an opinion. So if somebody gets mad about my opinion out there, well, I'm sorry. It's just an opinion. It's an opinion on brands. I won't judge you by your opinion on brands, because that's all it is. It's an opinion. But this is my opinion. You try Heroin, try Primitive, and now what ties Heroin and Primitive together? I'm sure most of you know Frankie Villani. Well, Frankie Villani skates for Primitive. He rides an egg shape. Who do you think designed his egg shape? Well, old Foss from Heroin Skateboards, you guessed it. What do you win? Well, you don't win anything. Yeah, Foss from Heroin, who started Heroin, he designed Frankie Villani's board. And he has a few different board sizes, and I'd like to try one of those, but I think I'm done with the eggs. I've had enough eggs in my life, so I'm gonna stick with kind of popsicle shaped decks, at least for now. And I do enjoy the Symmetrical, so if Primitive comes out with any golden 8.5 14-inch wheelbase, then I will be buying it. But they have a lot of large wheelbase decks. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, because I'm sure I left a lot of stuff out, then let me know. I left a lot of stuff out, but you know, we're just we're kind of freeballing it today. Threw some footage in there to make it more interesting. And yeah, if you can, go try Primitive deck, go try a Heroin deck. And if you guys want to discuss more random shit like this, skate talk, ask questions, join up on the Discord. I keep forgetting to mention that in the videos, so I'll leave a link down in the bottom thing. And yeah, join up, ask away, ask questions. We talk about some stuff. Gets kind of weird in there sometimes, but it's kind of fun. It's all in good spirits, good fun. But yeah, if you have any questions about these boards or any other boards, I skate a lot of boards, and I skate a lot of shoes and all that kind of stuff, because I like to experiment. So if you like to experiment, let me know. Join up on the Discord. Got any questions? If you don't want to join the Discord, leave them in the comments, and we'll see y'all on the next one.